The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll try to run for it.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of 1st.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down to a 1st.
Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short, down at the 1. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Middle.
On 3rd and goal, here's Allen.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. That is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
17, Eagles 6.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. Oh! And he's going to have the Eagles first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. Now it's going to be third down. On the ground, it's Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. And Oliver made the tackle. It's a gain of 6. Brings up fourth down and less than a yard.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
First down and goal to go.
Here's Jacobs. Marked down at the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time, it's Jacobs. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Jacobs. This defense standing up in the red zone. They stop him for no gain. And now it's 4th and goal. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are able to get it back within a score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And that one will not be returned over the back line of the end zone, so the offense will get the ball at a decent spot, the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. The ball's out. The Eagles have it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. So, after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for 2. Here's the option, running right, and he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion ties this game up.
That's just too easy, but that is exactly the premise of the zone read play. Defensive end is flat-footed. He's thinking the quarterback's going to keep it himself. Simple give read, and he hits his head on the goalpost.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
Alert!
On first down, it's Allen. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll lead to a second down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That's going to be caught by Kincaid. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
That's to Kincaid once again. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First down, Buffalo.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll stick with him again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Here's Allen to throw. Where was he going? Finally, they catch up to him and bring down a big loss there.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up fourth down.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, 63, bad. Alpha. Don't touch it.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Great. Set. Don't touch it.
That one thrown quickly. Watson on the RPO. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. That's taken in right side by Goddard. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. That one caught by Smith. And he's going to have the Eagles 1st down as this defense can't come up with the play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
Great, set.
Again, Hurts throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
Set.
Jacobs. And he'll get about 5. Here comes 2nd down.
No touch, set. No touch.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Bills. Extra point try by Bass. He's got it. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
No touch, set. No touch.
Here's Jacobs. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
No touch.
They'll drop to throw. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for an Eagles
No touch.
Hurts to the air on first down. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. They pick up 17 through the air. Good for an Eagles first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball...
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So a road win here for the Bills. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night.